Okay. Great. I'm so, like, now nervous. No, I mean, it's fine. Just like when the beeps go off. Yeah, you're like, beep, beep, beep.
Well, the way this podcast normally works is I have the guests kind of talk to the audience for the first 10 minutes and then I come in.
Is that how it goes? That's a lie. Don't make me freak out. Stop. I'm not done. 10 minutes? My God, I'd have to tell a story about something. I'm just worried that you don't have a coaster. Do you need coasters? Do I need these headphones? No. Why would I do that? I don't need to hear myself. I can hear myself now.
Scoot doo, blabbity blue, scoop dee. Oh yeah.
This is like therapy. I feel like this is like therapy all of a sudden. And I haven't been to my therapist in a minute, so this is good. Jesus.
Interesting. So you haven't been to your therapist?
Not for a while, no.
I can talk on that with you.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So,
Distinguished.
why is it that you've stopped going to therapy?
Well, I think I've paused. I don't think I've stopped.
Well, no one's here to...
No one's judging me?
I don't know. I'm not, but they are.
Should I put headphones on to feel more like podcast-like?
Why do you want to feel more podcast-like?
Because I feel as if you have headphones on, I feel like I should have headphones on.
Interesting.
To be balanced.
Balance. You seek balance.
Yeah, I do seek balance. I'm a Libra.
Now, is there a perspective to be had when I have my headphones off, so the balance would actually be... Excuse me, I have my headphones on, so the balance would be you then have them off?
I was thinking that as soon as I said that, to be honest, because then maybe there would be no balance. If we both had headphones on, we would tip the scale.
And what would happen if there was no balance?
What would happen in this moment?
What else do we have?
I mean, chaos.
We'll be right back with another word from Marshall Red Gallery. If you're looking for just the right flooring, you need choices. And at Marshall Carpet One, you'll certainly find them.
And we're back.
Do you need any flooring?
Do I what?
Do you need any flooring?
Flooring?
That was my dad's rug store.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Not at this moment. I don't need any, but I really appreciate it. If I did, I know who to call. What are you doing?
Good acting.
What is that? What are those?
You know, there was and we could edit around this, but we had a plan of me pretending these were my mints.
Oh, great.
But everything is disgusting on this. There's some sticky. I don't know how to open it.
What are you talking about?
I don't mean to throw you under the bus. I could bleep
They're
all of
not
this.
mine.
Right.
I don't know what.
Well, wherever I got these, I don't know how to open them, and they're sticky. Do you know how to open them?
I could try.
Yeah.
I have fingernails.
That's probably what
I'm
we
a
need.
girl. I have fingernails.
You know, not only are we sponsored by Marshall Rug Gallery, we are also we're not sponsored, but Kiva cannabis-infused mints, 2.5 strength.
Oh, that's what those are.
Do you ever partake in this?
No. My God, no. How cool is that, though? 2.5?
Yeah.
Will that do anything to me?
It'll give you a little buzz.
Okay. Oh, you're right. There is something kind of gross.
Yeah.
That's so weird. I wonder.
Whose they belong to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a roommate?
No.
Oh. Weird. Should we take these?
It'll be fine.
Okay.
Tell me about
I should check one probably.
Yeah, I'll have one.
They smell normal. I mean, I don't know. I've never had them before.
Now, is that something that you're cautious about? Marijuana use because of your fan base? All your fans are... What's the demographic of your audience? You taking one?
I'm gonna hold it for a second. I did a movie or a couple movies called Pitch Perfect. Pitch Perfect 1, Pitch Perfect 2, Pitch Perfect 3.
There are no separate titles to them? Weren't there? Wasn't it Pitch Perfect 1, Pitch Perfect?
There was Pitch Perfect, excuse me, and then Pitch Perfect 2, and then Pitch Perfect 3.
There's no subtitle? Pitch Perfect 2, Back in the Habit?
No, but we had like a weird kind of thing for the third one. They would be like Merry Pitchmas. It was like, because it came out at Christmas.
I got it.
You do?
Yeah,
You want me to
I get
explain it again?
People have been giving me shit for chewing on the podcast.
Oh no, it's loud. I can hear it really intensely in my headphones that I put on. I'm glad I did.
Anna.
Yes.
Do you do podcasts often?
I have before, yes. I have.
Yeah?
I have.
What do you think of podcasts?
I enjoy them. I think that's like a nice place to get to know somebody.
Yeah.
You know, and like it's a very specific environment, and the person who's leading the podcast can bring out specific things in the person that they're talking to, depending on how they lead it. So
right.
I've done a few of them.
What's your opinion on what's your opinion on I already said that.
Stop now, you're messing with me. I feel like you're gonna evaporate.
On being interviewed. Some people get uncomfortable being interviewed.
I like it. I don't mind it. I'm like I get a little nervous, whatever, but then I'm like, who cares?
Yeah, you said you got nervous when the beeps for the cameras came out.
Yeah, because I mean, I am on camera a lot of the time, like in my job, and sometimes I'll have dreams. Like I'll be so tired of being like filmed that I'll have dreams. I'll wake up and I'll see like cameramen in my bedroom filming me. And so when you have all of these cameras, like I start to feel a little like surrounded. So it kind of makes my heart like, and then I just realize like nothing bad's gonna happen. Like you're fine. You just feel a lot of eyes on you sometimes.
Right.
That's all.
Are these cameramen, is it invasive because you're being filmed, or is it because there's strange men in your room?
I think mainly it's that I'm being filmed. It's not that there's strange men in my bedroom. Like that doesn't. No, that should bother me, right? But in the context of the dream, it's just feeling watched all the time is the weird feeling that I have. Because I recognize the cameramen. They're usually cameramen that I work with.
They say that you never dream about anybody you haven't seen before.
I kind of agree with that. Even if they don't look like the person, there's some quality that you had to have experienced through a connection with a person that brought them into that dream.
You are watched a lot. That's your job.
Sure. I mean, not as much as like some major, huge celebrities, you know.
Right. You're not watched as much as the guy that played...
Brad Pitt.
Thank you. I was going to say whatever the Ad Astra actor was.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
We're on the same wavelength. Okay, cool.
He eats in a lot of his movies.
He has a mouth thing. It's a thing that he apparently, a lot of people talk about this. Like he always has to have, he has a fixation, an oral fixation. That's what they say. I don't know him. I've never met him. But he does like have pistachios or gum or things when he's acting.
Yeah. He eats in every movie he's in.
Yeah.
It's eat acting. And I love it because
I like it too.
It's easy to be present when you're doing something that you do.
I mean, that's a key, I feel like, to acting. A lot of it is having business. So you're not fully focused on like the other person, like you're with the other person, but it's real life, right? Like I would like sit and like touch this chair or like play with my ring or something.
So you're saying if we weren't filming, you'd be doing that stuff?
I'm saying that in real life, yeah. Because I wouldn't be, if I was just casually living my life, I would be like doing other things besides like laser focused, like looking at you, right?
Yeah. I'm going to ask you some acting stuff.
Okay.
But I just want to pepper in. I have met Brad Pitt.
Oh, how is he?
Good.
Is he like so hot in person?
Yeah.
As you would think.
You know, I met Brad and Angelina, and I was naked.
Is this a dream or is this really happened?
This really happened. I've teased this a couple of times on the podcast, but I said I'm gonna wait. I'm either gonna tell it. I did this prank with a friend of mine. With Brad. And I think I want to have him on the podcast.
Definitely.
But yeah,
The friend or Brad?
Brad.
Okay.
Oh, I daydream about doing late night with Brad's the guest, and I could be like, I'm the guy with the penis. I made you laugh.
So tell me what happened. How were you naked and why? And
it's a long story, but it was a prank that they wanted to do where they were pranking one of their friends, and they were driving up at nighttime, and they wanted us in an alley, but I said, let's put us in a parking lot somewhere.
Okay.
Because I don't know if this is really Brad Pitt. My contact's name was Mr. Black. The whole thing was terrifying.
So you were like, did not know who you were actually going to be meeting or pranking.
I was told that we were pranking Brad's friend. Brad's there, Angelina's there, but
who knows?
Who knows? There's a security guard in a bush that I didn't meet who has a gun. He's got $2,000, 1,000 for me, 1,000 for my friend.
Wait, what?
It's a crazy story. Again, I'm teasing it. You want more? Check out my Patreon. I actually did start a Patreon. I was kidding.
I really am into this story, though.
Yeah.
And I believe you, and I want to know what happened.
Well, let's just say I got $1,000 and my window, or Brad Pitt window,
Yeah.
my penis hitting the window while I'm running with the car, and my head is in the in the passenger side front seat, looking back, crying, looking for Ryan. I just, like a crazy person, I just started yelling, "Where's Ryan?"
Where's Ryan?
And he's looking at me and he goes like this.
He liked it.
Yeah, he liked it. He didn't laugh, but yeah.
But he was into it. Did he know he was being pranked?
He set it up.
He was the one that set it up. I'm sorry.
He set it up. We pranked the friend. He was happy. I kept going. Penis, window. Then the car drove away, and then the adrenaline wore off, and then I was becoming embarrassed again.
These mints are so strong, and they hit so fast because this story is making me sound high.
Wait,
feel high.
You're high already?
No, I'm just kidding. I was just saying that your story was making me feel like super high.
And a super high to you as well. Oh, that wasn't worth it.
Yes, it was. It was amazing. Do it again. Please.
And a super high to you as well.
Okay.
I got a comment on the Pete Holmes episode that, because on Pete Holmes, the thumbnail is Pete wearing a mustache, as are a lot of them, and as will probably this one. And he's like, I saw the mustache. I've seen that joke already. It's not funny. I almost didn't watch it. Yeah.
Oh, no. What mustache are you talking about?
That mustache.
Oh.
I don't need a snap anymore.
Okay.
Anna.
Yes.
The Brad Pitt, or I guess I want to talk to the audience. This Brad Pitt story, I want to tell it in full detail, but I'm not doing it now. But I don't want to
fine.
waste it.
It's fine. Don't waste it on me.
Not on you. Waste it on
get it.
that's an episode. I want to talk to you. Like, that's a whole episode is this Brad Pitt thing. Perfect timing. You started with Broadway.
I did. Well, here you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I actually started off Broadway.
Oh.
Like super off. You have to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
No, I went to school in North Carolina at the North Carolina School of the Arts, and then I graduated and I went to New York.
At 20, what is that, 21, 22?
I was 22. I was 21 and then I turned 22, like right when I got to New York in September. September 27th is my birthday.
So you got there probably the 23rd.
I probably did. I mean, I think I had a birthday party literally like a week and a half later after I got.
You had that many friends in New York?
Yeah, our whole college, our whole class like went to New York.
You go to school, you're doing theater, everyone's like, let's go.
Yes,
you
let's
all
go.
went.
Let's move to Washington Heights. I lived in Washington Heights, which is like 189th and St. Nick's. I know you know New York.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
10108 is the zip code there.
Yeah, 10019. On
Must
that
have
one.
changed.
That's okay. That's okay. From what I remember. But yeah, no, I lived in this like very small apartment with like 4 other people. We turned a living room into a bedroom.
That's kind of like I'm about to go to London, Air New Zealand, and I
Okay.
just put a bid to turn my chair into the sky couch.
Very similar. Very
Right.
similar. But we were paying $360 a month. I don't think that you're paying $360 for your flight.
No, I did put in a bid for $265 to upgrade to the sky couch. So
Oh, okay. So it's very close.
yeah,
It's
well,
very
plus
similar.
the cost of the ticket. But
Okay. Oh, got it. Anyway,
so you're living with 4 people. Are they all
Yeah.
singers?
we're all actors.
You're not singer first?
I don't consider myself a singer really at all. I mean, I consider myself someone who can sing, but I never in my right mind ever thought I would be making money from singing
Well,
in my life.
what do you guys think?
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, I consider you a singer.
Well, I just always consider myself someone who's an actor first, who can kind of sing sometimes. I mean, I've definitely gotten better over the last year, I will say, working on a show where I had to sing almost like every episode. And I had great music people helping me like be better.
Do you ever put on an album?
No.
Is that
no.
something you ever do? Put on a Christmas album?
I've never done that. I'm not against it. I don't think it would be Christmas. I feel like it would be like maybe country, like a little country folk. Like I'm from South Carolina and I used to talk like this all the time. And so maybe I would like get a little country swagger going, sing a little country song.
Did you try to lose that accent?
They made me in school. Like I used to talk like this. My mom and dad still do, and I used to work at like a bagel store and called Durango Bagel, and I would be like, "Hey y'all, welcome to Durango Bagel. What can I get for y'all?" And then I went to acting school where they literally told me how to say my own name, which I didn't like that they did that because I would call myself Anna. You're bored. You're the most bored human on this planet.
Do you feel that way because you saw me get up, or is it something else? Because I'm not at all, but the table not being back where it was supposed to be.
Oh, I was just like looking at you in your eyes, and I felt like, oh God, is this boring? And I also started having a moment where I've told this story before on a podcast, and I was like, maybe I don't want to like tell the same story.
I have a different audience than whoever you were telling the story to.
Okay, cool.
So we're okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
I am upset though that when we did for the people who are not watching this, when Anna's saying we moved the chair, we set it up, we did a thing. It was the most amazing thing you've ever seen.
It was so incredible.
But had I known that we would talk about this, I would have loved to have some extra footage of you maybe singing in a country voice. And
oh, I could have done that. I could have sang like a crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy for feeling so blue.
There's something so vulnerable about singing.
It is. It's terrifying.
Well, you just did it so easily.
Because I had to get over it.
You got over it.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, singing in school, it was like nerve-wracking.
So you wanted to be an actress.
I did. Since second grade.
And you moved to Broadway. And what's the story? You got your first play how soon?
I got my first job. It was a regional theater job of this play called The Importance of Being Earnest in Dallas at the Dallas Theater Company. And that was like maybe 2 months after I graduated.
What's that process like? Because we're all actors, but I'm stand-up comedian. You started with theater. I know people that do this. My cousin was in New York for a little bit doing it. Like it seems so hard to get a play.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't pay anything, right?
Nothing.
What makes you think that that's something you could do?
Well, it was something I had to do, to be honest. I mean, I've been acting since I was in second grade, and I just love it more than anything in the world. Like I think I had a little bit of an obsession with it when I was growing up, but it's changed a little bit now as I've gotten older. I've let go a lot of that sort of I have to do this kind of thing, which oddly enough, I'm getting more work. I mean, not oddly enough. I guess that's the thing. Like the minute you kind of let go and it's not this like the most important thing in your life, you stop pushing and things sort of happen and flow better. Right. But I was definitely had to do it. Yeah.
What does acting since second grade mean?
I took acting classes as a little kid,
Your choice.
My sister was an actress and she's 7 years older than I am. And she was taking classes and I was like, I have to do that with her. Like I need to. My parents supported both of us and like drove us to acting class and waited in the parking lot and all that stuff.
And she gave up that dream?
She is now a teacher of acting. So she moved to New York and then she moved back to South Carolina where my parents live. And she's teaching and like she's doing like all of the plays and, the director of the musicals and all that stuff.
How old are her students?
They are in elementary and middle school. So it's a combination.
Do you ever go back and do stuff with them?
I want to really bad. I mean, I've signed stuff for them. I've made videos for them and been like, hey guys, like keep pursuing your dream. Like don't give up.
Hey guys, Anna Camp here, and I just wanted to tell you guys to not give up and to keep pursuing your passion and your dream.
But I would love to go back and like walk into her class and surprise them or something. I think would be super fun.
Okay, so back to you moved to New York because you have to. You haven't gotten rid of this I don't have to thing yet.
No, I'm like obsessed with like making it.
What does making it mean?
I mean, I wanted to just work in big projects, TV, film. I didn't really know that I would do that. I thought I would be in New York only doing theater, to be honest. And being broke, but being really happy and fulfilled doing plays. And then I got an audition for a TV show in LA and I went out and I did not book it, but then I got offered a part for the second season.
What show?
It was a show called True Blood.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Yeah, you had a big part in that, right?
I did. I actually auditioned for Sookie. Like Anna Paquin and I are in the hallway together, passing each other, and I was like, "Oh God, Anna Paquin's here. She's definitely gonna like get this job. Nobody knows who the hell I am." And of course I didn't get it, and rightfully so. She's amazing on the show. But Alan Ball offered me the role of Sarah Newland for season 2, and then for 6 and 7, I got to come back.
So you're living in New York. Your New York agent got you an audition in LA. You fly to LA, or you do a tape first?
I fly.
What makes them think I want to see her?
Alan Ball, I think, saw me in EQUUS, which was a play I was doing on Broadway with Daniel Radcliffe at the time. So he came, and then I think maybe I did get put on tape, and he saw my tape, and then they were like, "We want to test her."
And they fly you out for that, right?
They did, and it was the first time I'd ever been like flown out
First
for
class?
like first
Right.
class. I'm staying at the like Fairmont, Santa Monica, hotel. I feel so cool that I get like room service. They're taking care of everything. And then boom, like I don't get the part. And they're like, "Okay, so you'll be checking out of your room like yesterday." And I had like 3 more auditions lined up. So I didn't know where to go. I didn't know where to stay. So it like happened that quickly where I was like,
What'd you do
living
for
it.
the other auditions?
I remember, I think I got another test deal. Thank God. And they moved me over to the Sheridan.
Wait a minute. So they said they want to see you. They flew you out to LA.
Yeah.
You test for a show.
I test for the show.
And then you just got another test offer for a different show.
I did. I got another test offer for, I think it was an ABC show called Reinventing the Wheelers that I booked.
For people that don't know what a test is, it's the last step in an audition.
Yes.
You audition, and then they say, "Okay, we like you and maybe a few other people." And at that point, that's when you make your deal. You find out how much money you're going to make. Everything seems very real and exciting, and you go in for the final thing. You've never done this before.
Never in my life.
Come out to LA, you test twice.
I test twice.
You book the Wheeler one.
I don't get the first one, and then I'm in a bad mood, and I'm kind of like drinking some like margaritas at the bar with my manager who gets the other test deal. And because I'm so upset that I didn't get that first thing, I keep saying no to the money. And I don't know who I am to be doing this. I should not be doing this.
They offer you $20,000.
Sure.
And you say
No, higher.
more.
More.
Is it because it wasn't enough, or you thought I don't? What was it?
I was upset because I think it was like that day I didn't get the job I really wanted. So I was like, whatever, what have I got to lose here? I'm just going to keep saying no until we get the money to a point where like I'm into it.
Is your manager saying, take it, take it?
He's laughing. He's going, "You're crazy." he's like kind of balanced with it. He wasn't someone who was trying to ever force me to get a job. So we kept going and going.
Was this a New York manager?
It was.
And
yeah.
he flew out with you?
He was in LA for other reasons. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so we did it until finally he was like, "You have to take this money." So I got my quote up really high, really fast for my
your first job. Great. And then did that go to series?
It did not.
Okay, so now you have a high quote.
Mm-hmm.
You just tested twice. She's like hot shit. She's saying no to everything.
I don't know who I thought I was. I was crazy.
And then how long until you got that offer for True Bloods?
Oh, and then I guess they shot an entire season of the first season. So it was like a year and some change. And then I'm doing another Broadway show at the time. And I get a phone call from my agents and managers saying that there's an offer on the table for season 2 for True Blood.
All right, I want to catch back up to this, but I still want to know what it means to move to New York, have no money, the very romantic. We're sleeping with a whole bunch of people in a small place.
God, it was nuts.
What's the for Ernest? What's the audition process? Where do you find it? How does that happen? You don't have an agent.
I do. I was lucky enough. My school, we did a showcase. We did an acting showcase for North Carolina School of the Arts, which they still do. My Southern accent just came out a little bit. I don't know if you could hear that. North Carolina School of the Arts. And then, so we all did an acting showcase and we got agents. Like some of us did. And I was lucky enough to get put with an agency called Talent Works.
Shout out to Talent Works. We'll
Shout
put their
out.
Instagram handle here.
Jay Kane, what's up? You signed me. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, so they got me auditions.
So what do? You got your Ernest audition, and you learn your lines, and you go. And are you standing? I picture all auditions. You're standing on a stage in a theater with like 8 people there with glasses and pencils.
Not as cool as that. We were in like a fluorescently lit studio, like near 34th Street, Penn Station, in New York. And I remember, I learned all my lines. I have to do a British accent, so I'm talking like this also. And I'm wearing like a little dress.
Let me keep telling the story, and then I want to hear it.
So I'm talking like this, and I'm not really good at it right now, but
You practiced it?
I practiced it and I was very good, I think, at the time. And I'm wearing like this little dress that I bought at like a vintage store somewhere down, like, I'm sucking at my accent right now, in the West Village. And I still have this dress because like I was like I wanted this job so bad. I was so like wanted to play Cecily so bad. And I got it. I got the job. And then I flew down to Dallas, Texas and did it.
For how long?
I was there for about 2 months.
Does that start something for you? Like that you look back, that was your break?
I feel like that was my break only because every job that I ever got was from that job.
Every job you've ever gotten?
I swear to you, every job I've ever gotten was because of that job. I can tell you why if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right after we get back to another word from our sponsors.
Great.
Carpet, hardwood, rugs, and luxury vinyl.
And we're back. This guy named Stan Voyevovsky was the director, and he was the artistic director of the Yale drama program, and he was like directing. There was a bug, sorry, a fly.
Was there?
Yeah.
If we didn't pick that up, we'll CGI a fly in, so make her hit it.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, so I get this job and he's the artistic director of the Yale drama. I do the play and then I go back to New York and there's this off Broadway play called God Hates the Irish and a director named Will Frears is directing. And they keep auditioning me over and over and I have to be British again. So I'm like talking like this. I'm playing this girl named Feather and I'm like crazy and I fall in love with an armless and dickless Irishman.
Aren't they all?
And there's amazing songs. There's one called like Cunnilingus, which is like super fun. And there's all these, it's like a really crazy like South Park funny humor or whatever. But they keep auditioning me because he doesn't know. He's like, is this girl like an actress or is she just like the character? And I was like, I went to school for that stuff. Like,
if you are what the character is.
well, that's why I think he just was like, it was a big part and I was young and I think he didn't know like if he could trust me like to deliver on a nightly basis. But he went to Yale. So he went to Yale, found out that I had done the importance of being earnest, called his artistic director. The artistic director said, you have to hire this girl. And then they hired me and I did it. And then 2 people came to that show off Broadway.
Mo.
Mo?
What was the guy's name from True Blood?
I don't know. What do you mean? Who's Mo?
Who made you the offer for True Blood?
Alan Ball?
I don't know where Mo came from.
I don't know either, but I have a friend named Mo.
Yeah, I must be thinking of your friend Mo.
Weird.
Shout out to Mo. We'll put his Instagram handle right here.
There's a good headshot that you can pull up of Mo.
Sure.
He's got an amazing headshot. He gave it to me framed once for Christmas. Okay.
We'll put it up.
He's the best. Hi, Mo. What's up?
Not much. He says probably back. How are you?
He probably does. In his like French Canadian accent. Anyway, Mike Nichols came to that show and Teresa Rebeck came. And I got 2 job offers from that little show.
New York, jobs in New York.
Jobs in New York. So my first Broadway show, Mike Nichols directed, and it was called The Country Girl with Morgan Freeman and Frances McDormand. And
I've never heard of The Country Girl. Is that something
it's an older play. It was older. I don't know if it's aged as well.
We'll cut to the whole play. So make the right choice and visit Marshall Carpet One and Rug Gallery. And we promise, with more than 50 years as a family-owned business, we've got you covered.
I don't know if it's ages. And Peter Gallagher was in it also, who's incredible. So he hired me for a very small role, but that was my Broadway debut, which was like very exciting for me. And then Teresa Rebeck wrote a play.
So before you make it to Broadway, you're doing your Dallas, you're an off Broadway.
Yeah.
What's the living you're making? Like, you don't live by yourself still, right?
No, I live by myself. I have a boyfriend at the time.
What is he doing?
What is he doing now?
No.
He was an actor. He's an actor also now.
Gotcha. Is this something not to pry with?
This is something we're friends. Like we are like.
Oh, so this is who you ended up marrying?
I married him.
Gotcha.
He's my first ex-husband. I'm very open.
You've been married twice?
I have. I've been married. I'm very open about this stuff. He's my first ex-husband. We're very good friends. And he was an actor at the time. And, we were like in our 20s and living in Queens together. I moved out of Washington Heights and I moved to Astoria, Queens, you know, walking 6 blocks to like do my damn laundry. But having the best life, you know,
he's doing theater too?
He's doing
I know
theater
one of your
and film.
ex-husbands.
Mike Mosley?
No.
Skylar Aston.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He tested for the show I was on.
I think
Undateable.
I think that Skylar, when I talked about that, I think we talked about that at the time. And he was like, yeah, this like funny comedian like got the part. From what I remember.
Yeah, but that was probably a different funny comedian because I didn't go in for his role.
Oh, you didn't?
No, Brent Morin did.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Brent Morin. We'll
What's
put
up?
his Instagram handle here.
What's up? Shout out to Skylar Aston. Shout out to Mike Mosley.
Yeah. Mo.
That's who maybe you were thinking of.
Okay, so you have a boyfriend. He's also acting. You guys are living together. Listen, I do this job and it keeps coming and everything's coming up spades.
Everything is good. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't struggle. I mean, there was downtime, a lot of downtime, but I definitely was working a lot. So I cannot complain one bit. I'm not.
Okay, so you're on Broadway. Is there a feeling of like, the way you said like you want to make it was I liked so much because it was very sincere.
Yeah.
And there could be like, oh, sorry, one sec.
Don't put that on your face because it was on your foot.
I won't. No,
I'm never putting that on my face
I
again.
I have different tape I put on the back of this
Thank
stuff. Don't worry, I won't. So you said that you want to make it. There's something that I feel that people have shame about in either admitting that or not being able to accept that they want to do that. Just loving showbiz baby type of thing.
Yeah.
And you have this like what's in 30 Rock, not Liz, but Jane
Krakowski.
Yeah, but what's her whatever.
I know what you're talking about. She's great.
She loves show business. I'm picturing that with you. Is that fair? Not as self-involved,
heightened, of course, and not as narcissistic, I think. But I don't think there's anything wrong with having passion and a goal and knowing what you want. I think there's something like freaking awesome about that.
Yeah.
I've always known what I wanted, and I didn't have any there was never like an ill like I want to be famous. That's the thing though, that's different. Like I've never had like I want to be famous. I want to make it, meaning I want to fulfill my dream and my life's passion. Like I like love telling stories. I love making people laugh. I love making people cry. I love connecting. That's my main mission, I think, while I'm here on Earth, is to connect to people, because I think that like that's really all that's worthwhile here. And I find connection through acting, whether it's acting with a person I'm on screen with, on stage with, to an audience, a person who's watching at home or in the theater. That is heaven to me.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, I was I don't remember.
We'll be right back with another word from our sponsors. Yeah, the camera's rolling, and it's money. But not the kind of money you're thinking about. No, it's Bitcoin. In 2017, after a stand-up show that I demolished, outside of an improv, I went to a Krispy Kreme, and in that Krispy Kreme, I met a man who talked to me about Bitcoin. I had heard of Bitcoin. I didn't know where to buy Bitcoin. It took me a long time to figure out how to buy it. So when the Coinbros.com hit me up that they wanted to advertise on my podcast, I thought to myself, make more bank with bank? Yeah. Buying Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is a bit of a process. But did you know Bitcoin ATMs are the easiest way to buy Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies with cash? And the Coinbros.com is growing their ATMs throughout the country, all with low fees, instant buys, and 24-hour customer service. The Coinbros.com has made sure that buying Bitcoin does not have to be intimidating. Visit thecoinbros.com for a Bitcoin. Visit thecoinbros.com for an ATM location near you. Now, back to me asking Anna if her weed kicked in. Did your weed kick in?
A little.
Yeah, mine is a little.
Mine's a little, but like I like it. Like I don't need it to be more or less. Like I'm like into it.
So would you say that Kiva Mints Petra 2.5 milligrams is more than enough because it's exactly what you need? Kiva. You could take another promo code boobs.
Kiva.
So you're on Broadway. Did you make it? Is that making it in that place in your life?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I remember walking down Broadway and looking at all of the theaters when I was in 8th grade on my first school trip to New York and be like, how am I ever going to make it here? Like, this is huge. And like, I'm never going to be, how does a person from South Carolina who takes acting classes get to be on one of those stages? So yeah, definitely when I was on those stages, I was like, pinch myself a moment.
Was there you like going through the side entrance and people waiting with the playbills wanting to come up to you?
Yes, definitely.
How does that feel?
Well, it was freaky because in one of the plays, EQUUS, that I did with Daniel Radcliffe, we were opposite each other. And
shout out Daniel Radcliffe.
Shout
We'll
out
put
to
his
Dan.
Instagram handle here.
Yeah, he's the best. I just spent New Year's actually with him and his girlfriend, which was super fun in London. And he was the fans for Harry Potter are.
So this is, obviously, it's got to be after Harry
It's
Potter.
post Harry Potter.
PHP.
And yeah, PHP. And they are just lined up around the block for him. And I would get a little nervous, like as I was saying earlier about like being watched and looked at. I ended up would just put on a ball cap and put on a coat, and I would go out the front with the crowd.
So basically, just like a disguise.
Yeah.
Really?
I would definitely, because sometimes when I was in the mood to go out and like shake hands and like sign autographs, I would do that. But because the intense energy, and I played like his love interest in the show, some of the girls would look at me like they wanted to kill me. And some of them would be like very enthusiastic and congratulatory. But after you're so vulnerable on stage for a whole night, I was also naked in that show. So it's
nice. We'll cut to a clip.
Great. So after being naked, literally, emotionally, all of it, you don't necessarily want to go out and meet negative energy from people right after you perform. So I would occasionally go out, and then I would most likely go out the front door and hop on the train and go home.
So it wasn't just the attention, it was the kind of attention that was compared to Daniel.
Yes. Yeah. It was just like I feel as if I can be kind of sensitive to people's energies sometimes, and I don't take it home with me as much as I used to. But at the time, being so young, I think that I would hold on to it, and I would think about things or comments or even like the way someone looked at me for a long time, like for a week or something. You know what I mean? Like I would be thinking about the way this happened, and that's such a waste of energy and time.
Is it critique on your performance, or is it about your soul? What kind of things are you getting that make you feel bad?
I think at the time I was afraid that I wasn't great all the time. I'm a perfectionist. I've always been.
Still.
Do
you think you're great all the time now?
I've never thought I was great. I'm never, ever, ever. I never think I'm great. I hate watching myself. I've started to watch myself more because I think that I've now separating my ego from it a little bit, and I can let go. But for the longest time, I never watched anything that I did because I would just hate it.
Yeah. A lot of actors say that.
Yeah. Do you watch yourself?
A lot of things I watch myself, but I was editing all of these and I'm watching and I just like, I'm a fine looking man. Sometimes I think I look pretty good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm not so great. I'm watching this and I'm just the ugliest fucking Jew shit posture.
See?
Asking the stupidest questions and I couldn't stand it. There are some things I watch myself in and I think, I'm the fucking guy.
Yeah, I know that feeling. It's a roller coaster ride of emotions.
So there are some things you could watch yourself in.
There are. I don't think I've ever like sat there and been like, damn, like work, Anna, you're crushing it. You know what I mean? Like
That's a bummer.
Yeah, I don't think I've done that. I've been proud of the work I've done. Yeah, definitely.
Do you, is that, where do you go from there? Do you go, I got to get better? Or do you accept that there is no such thing as perfection, crushing it, and this is kind of just what this business is?
I think that I've accepted there's no perfection, and I try to get better each time. Like I'm watching the show that I am currently on. I don't know if we're getting a second season, but I keep thinking, oh, you can do better. You can always get better as an actor. But it's okay that that's where you were then because that's where you were supposed to be. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I wouldn't be wanting to get better had it not been for seeing that moment to begin with. This mustache is like killing me.
That was a big tool I put in my I guess it's bigger than a belt now. I used to have a tool belt, but now I have a box. I think I have them in a box.
Okay.
Which is the idea that like it's literally what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. It is what it is. That's what everything is.
The best.
That was so deep. I'm sorry.
Was it deep?
I said it is what it is. That's what everything is.
I would argue that that's so not deep.
I was joking.
Okay. Because with music, it could be deep.
Yeah.
Let me show you.
Okay. It is what it is. Which is exactly the way it is supposed to be.
Yeah. No, it is deep.
Yeah.
If things aren't where they're supposed to be,
Yeah.
and I'm not behaving true to me, the situations could loudly speak that who I am inside, it's for me to seek. Whether it nobler in the mind who suffer the slings or the arrows, not and.
Or.
Because slings and arrows.
It's too much.
We'll be right back with some dick pills or a commercial for my dad's rug store. Girls, give me 1 sec. I'm finishing up this advertisement. Okay, but there's 10 of us. You think you can pleasure all of us? I don't think that'll be a problem. We've got you covered. Now we're back.
Oh my God.
What are we going to do about that cough?
I have no idea. I'm over it. Do you have any cough drops?
Are you kidding me? This is
you?
This is a Jewish house.
Can we get some? I just fly one in.
I got
Can we
codeine.
fly it in?
Yep. You gotta get some cough drops.
Fly it in, please. I'm dying. I don't know what's wrong with it. Water.
I have ones that numb the throat, but if your throat's not hurting.
I don't think I need it numbed. I think I just need it to soothe. Merci beaucoup, monsieur.
If you wouldn't mind, when you pop that in, would you treat this as did you ever go out for commercial auditions?
I used to do them.
Don't put it in yet. Hold on. How would you, if this was an audition for halls where your throat doesn't hurt, but you just can't get rid of this pesky cough?
Yeah, okay.
What's the matter, Anna? It seems like you got this little bit of a cough.
I just have a little bit of a tickle. Wait a minute. I forgot. I always carry one of these with me.
What's that?
What's that? This is a Halls. This is a Halls cough drop. Wait, you should have one. You've never had one? Hold on. It's lemon. Lemon honey, I think even. I love a Halls.
Good. Good.
Would I get it?
I
doubt it.
I was anticipating that when you put it in your mouth that your voice was gonna just change.
That was loud.
I got a little affected with our joke that we just did, the crying thing. It really brought my
You
energy.
looked like you were about to cry for real, which was like beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I did. I cried a little bit.
That's good. We have to cry sometimes.
I love crying. I love watching stuff that makes me cry.
Me too.
I like a pretty cry.
Yeah, I don't want to see like an ugly cry.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean like I don't.
This wasn't about, for me, what I'm seeing. It was what I'm feeling.
Got it.
Maybe we'll edit that out.
Yeah. I don't mind an ugly cry.
We'll leave it in.
I don't mind an ugly cry. I was just saying.
Okay. You know, crying, getting high,
Yeah.
connecting.
Connecting, my favorite things to do.
Now that's take your shoes off.
Take your shoes off. We did.
So you're on Broadway, you made it, but not as big as Daniel Radcliffe.
No, because he's Harry Potter.
You know, a lot of people say that I look like a Harry Potter because when I was younger, because of the glasses, and I have a scar right here. And
What happened to your face? What happened to your scar?
I ran into a teammate playing softball. And it was bad. We were down enough to where it's the game's over, guy.
Okay.
But my dad, I was maybe 21, and my dad came to this game. I play basketball.
You're tall. You're very tall. I can see why you would play basketball.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Basketball is my sport, But I
Yeah.
would play softball sometimes because I played in this league with my dad and my brother, and it was just fun. Like, it's easy. It's softball.
Your dad and your brother also as tall as you?
My dad's my height. My brother isn't.
Okay, cool.
Which is where the saying comes from. My dad is tall, but not my bro.
I've heard it many a time.
And my dad, so I'm playing in the second league. Like, hey, I'm liking softball. I'm gonna get into it.
Okay.
And my dad came to a game, and I wanted like, hey, Dad, look at what I could do in this sport. And we're down so much, but that's not my fault. I'm still playing tough, and I'm playing shortstop.
Oh, God.
We're down by 12 or so runs. One of the guys on the other team left already because the game is basically over. And it goes right between me and second base, and I on the ground, and I call for it. It's my position. I didn't hear that the second baseman did too. We ran into each other head first, and he broke his nose and got staples everywhere. My head was fucking messy.
Oh,
And
God.
I'm standing, and he's on the ground. This isn't Rick is tough. But I'm standing and he's not.
I get it.
And my dad is running over. It seemed like slow motion. I remember him running over, and I thought he was running over for the other guy, but he's running over to me as he's taking off his shirt, and I don't know what he's doing because I can't see all this blood coming down.
Taking off his shirt?
My dad, because the Glassmans, we got good bodies.
Oh.
He is going to stop the blood because I don't see it, but it's going down my face. So yeah, it looked like Harry Potter. So I'm excited because I'm going to London for a month. I'm excited that either you or our mutual friend Becca, shout out to Becca, we'll put Instagram
Becca,
later.
what's up? I had the best time with you in London.
We'll reach out. We'll get Daniel on the podcast.
I would love. I'm sure he would do it. He's the best. I love him.
So my girlfriend lives in London.
Yes.
I'm going to London.
Yeah.
My mom has always wanted to go to London. Has never been.
Okay.
Obsessed with Harry Potter, with the Cotswolds and with Jane Austen and that whole world.
Okay.
And I said, Mom, come.
Have you been? You've been.
I've been a few times.
Okay, cool.
Love.
It's the best. I love it.
And
I like Paris more, but I do love London.
I love that people like me in London.
Okay,
like my
cool.
stand-up works well there.
Okay. I see that.
So there's also like a little something I'm getting from London, not just the atmosphere, but like
the energy that you are
Yeah.
connecting with people in London.
And so I'm going to be there, and Betty's mom's going to be there. So we're all going to
Okay.
meet and spend like a week together. And my mom is, as you know, everybody who says this are the biggest Harry Potter fans, but she is her version. I mean, just obsessed.
Yeah.
So going to do the tours and stuff and blah, 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 blah.
That's fun.
So if legitimately, if I got him to come on this podcast, if we got him to come on this
as a
podcast,
team.
I would have to have my mom there for it. And that would be so much fun.
That would be great.
My mom is a big theater fan, and she loves Wicked.
Oh, I love that musical also.
And I went to the showing here at the Pantages, and Jackie Burns was playing the Alphaba role. And I don't know Jackie, or I didn't know
Okay.
Jackie, but I reached out on Insta. I took a picture.
DM'd. You slid into her DM.
No, it wasn't DM.
Just
It was
kidding.
an Insta post. It was
cool.
Hey, me and my buddy John.
We loved this.
Thank you so much for the tickets.
it.
Making a joke like she
I
got us
wasn't
tickets.
even like judging, even if you had slid into DMs.
Sure.
It's not a thing.
It was a different time.
Totally.
But she responded back. She's like, I'm confused. Did I get you tickets? I don't. And I go, no, but would you come on the podcast?
Okay.
And she said, sure. So Jackie comes on the podcast. My mom, who is playing the soundtrack all the time. So she was in town. So I had my mom on that podcast. And then her and Jackie and my mom sang, fuck, now I can't remember what the song is.
Did you just get kind of high? Because I did kind
Yeah.
of a little bit. Like it just hit me.
Yeah, it hit me like 10 minutes ago.
Mine is now hitting. And the name of what? I can maybe help you. Just ask me
What's
what.
the duet? Because of You.
Defying Gravity.
No.
No.
No, Because of You, right? Isn't that what it is? It's a song about like I am who I
am
am.
better. I got better because of you.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll cut to a clip.
Okay.
It may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me
is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me. Sing it! Like a handprint on my heart. And now, whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we did it!
Like a ship blown from its mooring.
There it is.
Oh my god. Just keep singing.
Like a wind off the sea, like a sea drop by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But
because I knew you.
Because I knew you.
Because I knew
That was beautiful.
you.
I have been changed for good. We did it.
I got to tell you something.
Oh,
This was one of the best moments of my life. I sang with you my song. Ricky. Oh, Ricky. You don't even know what you just sing one more line with that voice. Because I knew
your
you.
voice is just as good.
Yeah,
as
it's just
mine.
as good. I have been changed.
You got it. I have been changed
For
good.
good. I can't fucking believe that I sang with her for good. This is like I might have wet my pants. I mean I might have wet my pants. You're like my favorite show. You're so fat. This is like somebody meeting.
Oh my God, stop.
This is like, because your voice is so delicious. You're so talented.
Thank you.
Because you have that, your voice.
Yeah. That's
Oh, it's so fabulous.
That felt really right. That felt really good.
Oh, honey.
All right, she's got to go. Let's wrap
Okay,
it up.
bye. Nice meeting you.
So it would be cool to like have my mom be my co-host for people that she like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like, let me know if I can help you in any way.
Yeah, just send him a text.
I'll just be like, I just did this podcast with Rick Glassman. It was so fun. You should definitely do it when you're in London.
Instead of texting him, we could just send him a clip.
Hey, Dan, what's up? I'm doing a podcast right now with the amazing, talented, funny, humorous Rick Glassman, and you should definitely do it as well. He's going to be in London, so maybe you guys can like find each other.
So I appreciate you. Sincerely, I do. I will say that if I got that message, if I don't know who your friend is,
Yeah.
and you're saying he's funny and humorous, and like, I'm
What?
thinking to myself, no,
Why?
because you didn't sell it real. You just read the lines.
Because that was like an impromptu video.
Right.
I would definitely write a better email or text, but you forced me to make a very quick video where I was in the middle of filming your podcast and like I said what came to my mind, which were pleasant comments about you, which was the truth.
Do you feel I'm calling you out right now?
Yes, but I don't mind it.
Okay, well then could you do a better job? Daniel, listen, and I know you got to validate. Like,
But I don't see why that was that bad.
it wasn't bad. It just, let me give you a perfect example.
Show me.
I'll tell you. Unless somebody wants to animate this. I am going to London, and as talked about earlier, I am trying to upgrade to a sky couch.
Yes.
Now, the way that works is you could buy a sky couch for another $450 on top of whatever it is. I'm not going to do that. Here's the other option.
Okay.
You could place a bid, which means I'm going to put in X dollars.
What is a sky couch? I'm sorry.
So it's.
I know what a bed is.
I
that
get
you lay-
all three. I get all three chairs, and they put something between where your legs would go down, so it makes it a little bit wider. You get 3 pillows. It's like it's a couch.
Why? Listen, I think that sounds incredible, but like, why do you need all
tall.
that? Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry.
And to get the economy plus or the business or whatever, it's just fucking so expensive.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I don't want to be
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Get your
I
sky
wanna be-
couch. Okay. So you're getting your sky couch.
So I'm placing a bid at whatever the bid is. And they say like, that's a bad bid, an average bid, a good bid. So I want to go in the good bid. So,
Sure.
if there's only 2 people that get it, I'm one of the top 2.
Great.
You bid too much, you might get it, but you could have got it for cheaper. You bid not enough. Had I put another $80, I would have gotten it. Find that equilibrium, right?
I see.
So what I'm saying is, it felt like if the average bid is $180,
Mm-hmm.
I want to bid maybe like $250. I want to get this sky couch. What I felt that you did to Daniel Radcliffe was
Yeah.
you offered $180, maybe. But we have one bid.
I know, but I don't think that he's gonna say no.
Great.
Like I think that like I trust his judgment of me.
See, this is
is what I'm saying.
This is what I like.
Because we're friends. Like, I've known him for over a decade. And, like, I think that if he has availability, if he hears it from me, like, he knows would never ask him to do something.
What would it sound
that's
like?
not cool.
If you were to say something, and what would it sound like?
If I was to say what?
Like, what you're telling me, how would you tell that to him?
I mean, like, Dan, like, you trust me, like, we've been friends for a really long time, and I would never, persuade you to do something that I thought you would not enjoy or have fun doing, because right now, I mean, I was having fun.
Oh, fuck.
I was until the guy that I'm telling you to do the podcast with called me out, even though I was so complimentary of him.
Let me tell you where I'm at. I am at playing that game of wanting to get like a better thing from Daniel.
Okay, yeah.
Also, truly doing it, like really thinking, I'll use that clip.
Right.
Also, becoming aware of the audience, like, Rick, shut the fuck up. Just move on.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking I could edit around that stuff.
I think it's funny.
But then when you said I was having fun, and I know you're having fun, you're being fun, you're very nice, everything's great, everything. Daniel, you should have her on the podcast.
There's no.
But then I was like, oh, there's another thing to consider. Am I being too much to my guest?
So then you started getting, you can't offend me. You'll know. You'll always know. People will always know if they offend me.
I can't offend you? Watch this.
I can't.
I'm joking.
I can't. That was not funny.
I was joking.
That wasn't funny. No, I'm being mean.
It's okay.
No, listen. You will know. Everyone will know if they offend me. I don't get offended. I have decided in my life. Mm-hmm. I am chill, man. I am the most relaxed human being. I have been through a lot in my life. I mean, not as much as some people, but I've been through some stuff. And I've decided to just maintain the highest level of chill that I can.
The way that you are, your entire energy from the beginning is what I've decided I'm going to be and haven't.
Well, now hopefully this connection that we're creating, you'll take some of it with you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
But the truth is, I just now am watching people watch this last 15 minutes.
Yes.
And I'm going like this. Fast forward.
Fast forward?
Fast forward.
Because it's too boring?
I don't know. Whatever the word is.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
It's relaxed.
You are.
Valium.
Did you take a Valium?
No.
You're relaxed. I'm okay now.
Yeah. I'm just not hyped up. I've never been like a hyped up person.
Yeah. I could mirror this.
Are you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Great.
Do you need another Halls?
No, this one is lasting the perfect amount of time.
Do you want some more water?
Soon.
How about I get it for you now?
Okay.
Okay.
Are you enjoying this or not?
I'm having a great time.
Good.
But what's weird about podcasting is I'm showing people our conversation.
Yeah.
So it's weird to consider how something is being received outside of us.
I think once you edit it, it'll all make sense. Or not, because like it is what it is.
Don't make me cry again.
I'll try not to.
I'm legit having a very good time. I'm a little higher than I thought I would be from a 2.5.
It's like strong, huh? Yeah, I got a little higher too. That's why I'm so relaxed, I think. But I don't mind it. Do you need me to stay or go? Do you need me to go?
Do you mind getting out of here? I got this thing.
Yeah, they're a little strong. They're stronger. Thank you.
Would you mind if I go to the bathroom, or would you like me to just go here?
You can go wherever you want.
Okay, just in the corner.
Sure. I won't look. Okay.
I'd say 80% of the time I go pee, it's just white.
Really?
And every time I see my white pee, I think to myself, good for me.
Yeah, that means you're drinking enough water. Mm-hmm. That's great. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers.
I don't cheers water.
Okay.
I
That is
drink
bad
it.
luck, you're right.
You know about those. We talked about that when you walked in.
Yeah. You're not supposed to cheers with water, and you're not supposed to put your purse on the floor because then you'll lose money, and you're not supposed to put a hat on the bed. But what is that again?
My grandma, see, I don't want you to tell me anymore because when I hear them, I start to implement them.
Oh, I do too. I have a little OCD. My mom does too.
Yeah, I have a lot of it.
You do?
Yeah, when I was a kid, it was, I couldn't, so I touch everything.
I'm like a spatial person.
What does that mean?
Meaning, like if I have like a desk for... Why did I get this high? If I have like a desk...
Were you going to give an example of why you would have a
but
desk?
No, I was going to... Yeah, for some reason.
You know, to maybe write on.
Whatever. Edit that out. You won't. Okay, if I have a dresser...
What would you use that for?
Okay, so I have like jewelry on it and like perfume and like frames and things. And they have to be reorganized a lot, like maybe once a week, and nothing can be touching.
Right.
Because the air has to flow around things. Like things cannot be touching. It has to like flow around. Is the thing.
You're a good dancer.
I used to rave.
Did you?
I did. I used to go to raves a lot.
That was a good, like that was real.
Yeah.
Raves are where you take ecstasy and you have lights.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I never really did that stuff.
Right. You don't need the lights is what you're saying.
Anyway, yeah, in college I used to go to those things all the time and listen to like techno music and like have fun and like dance and yeah.
Do you not do that anymore because your knees can't take it?
My back.
Right.
It's my back. I can't. I have a bad back actually from London. I picked up a suitcase that I overpacked and I was picking it up and moving it and like I slipped a disc.
Oh no.
I know, years ago, 10 years ago now in London, on New Year's, I slipped a disc. And now I still have back problems from that.
Do you see a chiropractor?
No, I did physical therapy for a while. I did acupuncture, which I hated. It scared the crap out of me.
Did it work?
I don't know. My body froze up and I just cried for 3 days straight. I hated it. I got nauseous. I just burped. As I said, I got nauseous.
We'll put a sound effect in over the burp to be a
the
fart.
Water. Okay. Oh my God. I hated acupuncture. It was terrifying to me. I thought I was going to die. I'm never doing that again.
Do you think maybe there's something to the fact that it affected you so much that maybe it was doing something good for you, and if you stuck with it?
Obviously, I think that's what it was. It was releasing something that I wasn't ready to release.
Well, I would love to have you back on the podcast.
Okay.
And we'll get an acupuncturist in here.
Oh my God.
In fact,
if I start to cry, don't. There's not one here. Oh my God.
Devin!
Devin, no!
I would love for on your no there to be a quick edit with you just with needles in you.
Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. We'll do it.
So we're in and out of stuff, but basically what happens is you made it on Broadway, but you didn't quite make it because
I made it there.
Yeah, but you're leaving sad.
I'm not leaving the show. I'm not leaving Broadway sad.
You're getting in the car.
I'm leaving feeling like I don't want to be hounded by fans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It was just that.
Yeah, and also sometimes, you do 8 shows a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing 8 shows a week for like 3 months at this show where I'm like totally naked. I'm a girl. There's people filming in the audience. We had the show like was theater in the round. So I would be on the stage and there was like an audience above me on stage also. And I had to like go down and like go to this little rock and like lay down totally naked after yelling at Dan or after like being naked with Dan for like 10 minutes and then like open my legs and like he would get on top of me like it was crazy, and then I would see people that I knew in the audience and it was like vulnerable.
When you got this role or you went out for it and you saw that you needed to be naked, was there any hesitation?
100%.
What made you decide?
I guess I didn't want the job.
Because of that?
Yeah, I was nervous because I wasn't someone who like walked around the gym naked and was like, I'm totally naked, I don't give a crap all the time, And then I got the job. They called me and I went, oh, fuck. Like,
so you were going in for it because why not? And you're not going to get it.
Because I thought you can make the decision if you get it.
Right.
Why keep going to the point where you have to make the decision? And I did. And then I got it and I went, oh God, how am I going to do this? And I took the job because I thought it's terrifying, but like you're going to be better because of it. I know it. If you can like get through this fear. And so I did it, and I was like doing it in front of like over 1,000 people every night. And this is really weird. Like I would have stage fright sometimes, but I was backstage one of the times, and I just thought, this is so weird. I'm about to go get naked in front of all these people. And I'm like a little high right now, but you know, like you're backstage and it's really dark and you're like looking around, there's all sorts of stuff. And like you're about to go out onto the stage and the lights and people are acting and there's like this whole audience that you can't see. And I was nervous and I looked up and something just like grounded me. And I think about this image now all the time. It's kind of weird, but I just saw this box of Tide detergent. And it was like, what is that? Like those colors and like the letters. And for some reason, I was like, somebody had to sit in a room and come up with a meeting and decide on this like Tide box. And I was like, it doesn't mean anything. Like none of this matters. I don't know if this is making sense to you or if it is not. But to me, that just made me go, this is all made up. And so therefore, why be nervous? Why let that affect your liberation and freedom in this one life that you get? So now when I get this feeling of anxiety sometimes, I'll close my eyes and I'll see that stupid Tide box. And all of a sudden I'm like, fuck it.
I so heavily subscribe to how everything is made up. And it makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
When you're anxious about something that isn't literally is
It's like
made up.
Made up. Why would you be not living, your truest, most authentic life because of something that doesn't even really exist?
I don't want to make light of this.
Go for it, though. I get
it. It's beautiful, and
It's weird.
It's very much my religion as well.
Sure.
But the one thing I did disagree with was when you call it a stupid Tide box.
Oh.
Because Tide, well, we'll cut to a clip.
The Tide Pod Challenge.
So you're about to go out. You had already done, before you saw the Tide box, is this your first time going out?
This has been I've been doing the show for maybe 2 weeks live.
And your first 2 weeks, you're very nervous every time you go out.
Very nervous. So nervous.
Because of the naked.
I mean, doing a show in general makes me nervous. Like when you go out and you're like, are they going to like me? You know what I mean? They're going to hear my voice. I'm going to be vulnerable.
Do you not feel that way on film sets?
Not as much because there's that immediacy of the audience. You can hear them laugh, you can hear them breathe, and you're like, you can say, oh God, I don't have them or whatever. So yeah, it was definitely but the nakedness made it obviously more nerve-wracking.
And then once you see Tide and you realize it's all made up, my body is made up, my fears are made up.
Yes.
From there on out, you're comfortable?
I'm a lot more comfortable.
Did that change your intimate relationships at all after that as well?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, I'm sitting here talking to you about this Tide box. I think that moment in life, cracked open something for me that I've continued to use in everything that I've done, whether it's acting or personal relationships or, all of it.
Were you feeling confident about your body during that?
I was. I mean, I always worked out. I definitely enjoy being intimate with my boyfriend at the time or whatever. I don't have any hangups when it comes to that stuff.
Did it bother him?
No, he was actually great about it. My manager came. My dad had to come too.
Had to come.
College student friends of mine were there. I remember seeing them in the audience. It was pretty nuts. But he was not my husband at the time. He was my fiance at the time. He was so supportive. Very.
Were you worried about his response to it before you told him?
No, to be honest, he was always very laid back about that kind of stuff. As an actor, he was always very supportive and he gets it. You know what I mean? He'd be making out with girls in his TV shows and movies and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, we all do that. He was put up with a lot from me.
What do you mean? Because you were jealous?
No, he put up a lot of. I mean, a little bit, yes, but he also put up with a lot of me making out and having sex on True Blood and making out with John Hamm and being naked on stage. He dealt with a lot of stuff, and he did it well.
Yeah, I dated an actress, I guess a couple at this point, but the first time I did, I had my first experience of her having to do a sex scene.
Yeah.
And I remember feeling, I know this is what we're supposed to be doing. And but there was this part of me where she's the hot one in the relationship and I'm the clown. So
Okay.
So it's like, because she was talking about how, Rick, you'll have to do things like this, and it's like, if I'm ever doing sex scenes, it's gonna be like
a comedy.
it's gonna be goofy. I'll be wearing fake mustaches, and I'm like, oh, I have to come, I have to come.
Right. No, I
No
get
girls
that.
are gonna be looking at me being like, yeah, I fucking need that.
That's also what you think. That's also like.
Well, it's all made up.
Yeah, all made up.
So
exactly.
yeah, that's my made up.
But I hear what you're saying, that you're like, and now this hot girl.
Yeah, and she's like, yeah, fuck my pussy, you fucking hot guy.
Yeah,
And it's like,
it
ah.
happens.
So I knew, like, my logical side, I knew it's okay, but I was, and I think I've talked about this for some reason on the podcast before. I'm not sure, but I was proud of myself for saying to her, I'm feeling jealous.
Mm-hmm.
I know I want you to do this. I don't want to get in your way at all, but
Sure.
I do want you to know that, because she was filming this in New York. And I said, the day that you're doing this scene, or the days, would you please tell me that day so I'm not worried this whole month?
I love that. Yeah, that's a great rule. I had that rule with both of my partners.
And then I said to her, and when you're done with it, would you call me and give me like a little extra attention and let me kind of be baby about it?
Wonderful. That's a great way to talk about it and connect about it.
After that, I don't care anymore. I went through it.
Okay, yeah.
She did the sex scene. She handled it well with me. And it was just like, oh, this is also, I hadn't done any. I've never had a sex scene.
Okay.
That's not true. I did once on this podcast, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But
you did. Where? In this chair?
my grandma was here. My grandma was here, and I had a. No, it wasn't in the chair. And also the disrespect that you being grossed out by
That's
that
me
might be so angry.
joking. Stop. That's me joking.
I had people come in for this open bar that I had, and my grandma thought it was people really coming in for a bar during the conversation. And a few of these girls were very pretty.
Yeah.
And my grandma's like, you should.
Yeah.
So I walked one of them out, and then I came back, and then she waited. And then at the end, we did a pickup where it said 10 minutes earlier, where it looked like I was walking her out, but then it followed us into the bedroom where I'm fucking her. And she's
nice.
yelling, and my grandma was here. And
Oh my God.
But I have had to do like kissing stuff on TV.
Sure.
And after doing that and realizing how intimate it isn't, and like, this is literally work. It made it easier to empathize with
Yes.
me being with a partner who's getting rammed in the ass or fucked.
Whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
However you want to call it.
And yeah, so I wasn't jealous anymore.
Good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, once you realize that, this is a job and that people are watching, yeah.
But me being naked, I would be embarrassed.
Really? But you were just naked for Brad Pitt.
Yeah, but that's not on camera. That's not in front of a round audience.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it was really crazy. I was like, how am I doing this every day? I had to also had to watch what I ate and and then I stopped caring. I was like, screw it. I'm going to eat whatever the hell I want to do. I have a 2-show day today. I'm freaking starving. I'm going to go walk down to freaking TGI Fridays and get a whole thing. I don't care.
Did Daniel ever look at you towards the end and be like, this is not okay?
I hope to God, no. I hope not, Lord. Oh my God. I would have some wine in between shows though too. That would always help. You have 3 or 4 hours, you have enough time. And I drink a lot. So 2 glasses of wine is not going to do anything to me.
One more question about it. How did you feel and how did your dad feel when he came to that show?
It was really kind of weird. My dad was so nice and so supportive. I could tell it kind of rattled.
Because you're not just naked, you're
I'm completely naked.
And you said Daniel's on top of you and...
Yeah, we're kissing, we're naked, he's on top of me, I'm naked. I mean, I'm standing up screaming and acting totally naked. It's a long time for a person to be naked on stage. Mm-hmm. He came up and he was just like, that was great job. That was beautiful, and I just didn't want to talk about it anymore. I wanted it to be over. Ugh, I didn't want to sit in that.
So then you go to LA, you get flown out. This is the life.
Yeah, we're living the life. I'm going out for True Blood. I don't get it.
You filmed the pilot. Did you move to LA then?
I did not. I moved back to New York. It was when I got offered the 2nd season of True Blood. I was doing EQUUS and the 2nd season of True Blood at the same time, actually. That's right.
Flying back and
forth. Maybe 3 times. I had to do it. They overlapped 3 times. And then once they decided to have me come back for a lot of episodes, I thought, well, maybe I should just move to LA. And then my fiance at the time was like, yeah, let's do it.
He moved too.
Yeah,
Because he wanted to do that for acting.
Yeah, he did too. And we were like ready for a change, I think, together. So we both came out to LA together and moved promptly to like the Tamarind Terrace Apartments.
Shout out to the Tamarind.
Franklin Village. Yeah. But like, yeah, that was like a crazy apartment.
And you guys are still friends?
Yeah, we're buddies. We talk like all the time.
What's the process of getting Pitch Perfect? Because that's, am I wrong by thinking that's your big...
That was like a big break.
Right.
Yeah. That was like the one that kind of like, opened up a lot of more doors for me. I was doing a play again in New York at the time that Zach Braff wrote. Shout out to Zach Braff. And
What play?
It was called All New People. And I got an audition to go on tape. And so they put me on tape for Aubrey.
Were you singing in Zach's show?
I did. I sang at the end. I sang a song playing a ukulele.
Cool.
I had the final moment where we were all, the whole ceiling caves in the end of this play and the lights go out and there's like complete chaos and it's 4 characters and we're all yelling at each other and it's nuts. And then I pull out my ukulele and I just sing this very sweet song to make everybody like be calm and sweet. So
They saw you singing.
yeah, so I actually took the ukulele into the audition. So I sang the ukulele song for my Pitch Perfect audition from the play that I was doing. And then they were like, we really want to Skype with Anna, like Liz Banks, her husband, Max Handelman, and the director, Jason Moore. And I was like, no, I don't want to Skype. I'm going to fly my ass there because I want this. And so I got on the plane and I went into the room with everybody and then I landed back in New York, and as I'm landing, I check my phone, and I got the part.
Amazing. But you're going in playing ukulele, you're being sweet, and your character is not.
But my acting, when we did the scenes, I was definitely Aubrey.
Yeah.
Very, very Aubrey. But then I sang a song, but I sang it a little like, mean girlish.
Sure.
I turned it up a little bit.
Did you know that movie, did you anticipate that movie being what it was?
I knew that the script was really funny, and I knew that it had like the elements of like a Mean Girls type high school kind of cult classic. I mean, we didn't have stand-ins on that movie. That movie was treated like an indie that we all hoped would do something. So we knew
It's a studio movie. It wasn't.
It was a studio, but like it was kind of. It felt like I was shooting more of like an indie, to be honest, when I was there. Because like, we didn't have stand-ins and stuff. Like
You're saying because it was so low budget?
Yeah, because it was like low budget. And like half the cast, like of course Anna Kendrick and Brittany Snow, everybody, relatively new. Rebel was really new to the business. I wasn't really known. Ben Platt was not.
I saw him in concert recently.
He's amazing.
Oh my God.
I know.
I listen to him constantly.
Incredible. So there was a feeling that we were all vibing on set for sure. It was like going into this like college fun. We shot it in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where we would like hang out all the time while we were shooting. It had some magic to it, but nobody knew it was going to be a franchise film, I don't think.
My buddy Adam Devine was on that.
Oh, of course. I love Adam. He's amazing.
He was not a singer before that. Now, I don't know if he's a singer now, but he
can
sings.
Totally sing, yeah.
But he was taking a lot of singing classes and like practicing that, and that was like a big part of the training, I guess. Did you have to go through that?
Yeah, we all did. We all had to like sing and do like dance classes and singing classes and all of this stuff. So what they call Bella Boot Camp or whatever is what like the press likes to call Bella Boot Camp. We would do.
And now you're my introduction to you was maybe actually at Adam's house.
That's right.
But also you and Becca are friends.
Yes, Becca Gleason, who I love. She's like my wife, my like TV show writing partner wife also, which I love her.
We follow each other on Instagram. We never met each other, and
how am I not following you on Instagram?
I don't know, but if you want to follow me, you can follow me at Rick Glassman, Patreon / Take Your Shoes Off. You can pick up a Goblin sweatshirt at blah blah blah.
There you are. Your mustache.
Yes.
Follow.
So
okay.
Becca and I were talking and she commented on some of my stuff, mine back and forth, and I assumed properly, but at the time that we were on a similar frequency. So we met to talk about this project, and now ultimately we've been writing something that
great.
She's so amazing.
Oh, yeah, she delivers like really good material quickly.
And so like, not that I'm right, I am, but not that I'm right, but like this thing that I'm seeing that I want to be doing, she sees it. Yeah, she sees it and
Same
adds
for
to
me.
And you guys, I just saw that it was announced, so I feel I could say it. I don't.
Yeah, we could say it.
Oh, what's it called?
It's a show called Work It Out, and AMC Studios now kind of is developing it.
And it's already picked up the series, right?
No, we're just in development.
I thought it was like a mini series of a certain amount of episodes.
We are literally we're developing it
right now.
right now.
So what does that mean? You sold a script?
Yes.
No pilot order.
We don't have a pilot order yet. We have a script and but people are loving it, and apparently people are very excited about it, and that's all I know. But we are in the process of finding a network. So AMC Studios could make the pilot on their own, or we have to go out and we have to find a new network, is what I'm saying.
Are you going to have to consider any jobs that you might take in the near future, just banking that if this thing goes, you need to be available?
A little bit, yeah. It's my baby. I mean,
Can you talk about what it's about?
Yes, we can. I'm obsessed with this storyline and this project, and we had an idea years ago. She actually came to me because she read a newspaper article a long time ago about a man who died on his honeymoon. And she just sort of we just kept spiraling and spitballing about stuff, and it turned into
Wait, hold on.
Are we not recording?
No, ours are, but sometimes
That's fine. It's totally fine.
This is this one.
You're right, though. It is slightly nerve-wracking when you look away.
I know, and I'm sorry, and I hate it, and I want to get, at some point somebody in here with me. But the problem I have with that is
it's better just being two people.
I love that. Yeah.
I did a podcast recently. It was still fun, but I kind of enjoy the one-on-one aspect.
There's pros and cons to any of them, but the type of I learn to have conversations with people and do bits, and sometimes they get intimate. Sometimes they're just very silly. Whatever it is, I don't want to have to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, then cameras are shutting off.
Great. Yeah. So he died on the honeymoon, and then Becca and I were she was like, "What if you were this crazy aerobics instructor?" In the 90s. And I was like, oh my God, yes. And then what if we set it in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina? So when I do my little soft pitch, it's basically the Breaking Bad of aerobics. So I play a woman who is determined to be the next big aerobics superstar. But I start out the show, starts out with me kind of in this trailer park, and I'm working at Planet Fitness, and then I fall for this guy and end up killing people, occasionally. But also there's a surrealist element to the show, which is very cool, where my character's obsessed with Jane Fonda, because we know she had those workout videos in the 80s and 90s. And I kind of talk to Jane Fonda all the time. So there's a poster in my little aerobic studio in the strip mall, and I'll ask Jane Fonda a question, and the actual portrait of Jane Fonda will talk back to me. So it's kind of
like in Ghostbusters.
A little, yeah, kind of. So she's my conscience, though, because it's not her.
Yeah.
It's my brain saying what I want to hear.
So you're just a crazy lady.
I'm definitely playing a crazy lady.
That's fun.
Yeah, very fun.
I'm sure it's gonna be funny, but it's not a comedy.
It's a dark comedy. It's definitely funny. Oh yeah, I mean it's Becca's writing, so it's also very funny, sardonic, but also we want elements that are pretty dark, within that comedic tone.
What a fun landscape to be in the 90s aerobics colors, being in Florida. Where'd you say it was?
Myrtle Beach, which is basically the Florida of the South Carolina. Yeah.
What's the show called?
Work It Out.
You could see Work It Out on HBO Go this Thursday.
Yeah, come on. I swear, I hope you're right.
Oh, Anna, that's it.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah. We're going to have you back on when we get some acupuncture. Or more realistically, I have been seeing a chiropractor that I love.
Can I get his number?
I could give you his Instagram. That is Dr. Jamor, DRJAMOR. I think. Look that up. He just changed it because I told him it was too long.
Okay. I need a chiropractor.
So I've been talking to him and how much I want to have him, because he does personal visits.
Spell it again?
DRJAMOR. If that's not right, I'll be putting it up here anyway. Is that coming up?
Dr. Jamor.
He just started a new Instagram. Townsend, yeah. So I want to have him, and he agreed to come here with his table and work on me and or the guest during an interview.
Great.
And I thought that would be fun. So we set up acupuncture, which he doesn't do.
Okay.
But maybe we could get some other types of manipulation.
I definitely do not want to be getting chiropractic work done here on your podcast. No.
We don't have to do it with someone else.
Appreciate the offer. I would maybe do acupuncture again.
You would do acupuncture before chiropractor?
in public. Like, I don't want to be cracked and pulled like on video.
He's less this stuff and more working the fascial, like
he's massaging you?
Yeah, you massage. It's a massage, but it's like it doesn't feel good.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I'm getting that done to my face tomorrow.
What is
a
that
facial
called?
massage. It's a facial massage where like they press into your face to like get your lymph nodes
so
and your
nice.
wrinkles done. And apparently people walk out like bruised sometimes, but I'm very like into it.
Being who you are, is this
Yeah.
something that you get like the treatment for free?
No, I definitely think I might get a discount tomorrow.
Gotcha.
It's not cheap, I'll tell you that much. It's like a 2-hour session with this woman like
I bet that would be
pressing on
expensive.
my face.
I want to do that. I bet that would feel good on the sinuses.
Yeah, I have bad sinuses.
Well, do me a favor. When
Yeah.
you're done with this,
Whatever you need.
send me a picture if you have bruises.
I will.
So we could put it up here.
Okay, perfect. I'll send you a before and after maybe of like before the facial massage, then like after the massage.
Your before picture, I would love for you to send me something from like when you were 20.
Deal.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Where could people see you? You got to put that up.
Where can you see
Yeah,
me?
you know, like your Instagram
Oh,
and-
I'm on Instagram. Yes, I'm at the real Anna Camp, which is a
Anna
Instagram
Camp was
name
taken.
I've had for a while. Yeah, which I always am like, maybe I should just be Anna Camp. But I'm at the real Anna Camp, and then I'm also that on Twitter.
Does somebody have Anna Camp?
Yeah, there were a lot of Anna Camps, I think.
There's only one Anna Camp.
I know, man. Tell
No,
me
I mean
about it.
literally the handle. There's only one.
There was somebody took it.
You should send them a message.
I should. I think my publicist said that she can get that removed. They can make them change. But I'm kind of like, now I am the real Anna Camp, so
Okay.
now I can't go back.
I
can
get it. It's like changing a phone number.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I haven't changed my phone number since I was in college.
Me neither.
There you
You
go.
heard it here first. Neither Anna nor I have changed our phone number since college. We will put our phone numbers in the description. My name is Rick Glassman. Thank you so much for tuning in to Take Your Shoes Off podcast. Scoot to.
Scoot doo, blabbity blue, scoop dee. Oh yeah.
How am I supposed to do this without laughing? Hold on. I don't know if I can do it. Okay. Just. Fuck me. It's the song choice that's not working for me. I need a fucking serious song. Leave. Leave. I'll do it. Shut the door. Did you shut the door? Okay. You are my sunshine. Fuck.